I need it. I'm telling y'all, lock it in.
I need a sports podcast. I need it now.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Your boys back in the flesh. I Need a Sports Podcast, and we got the full squad with us, man. Y'all already know what it is. Back for another divisional preview episode on today's slate. NFC South, man, recording August 13th, 2025. Chris Swan, Cam, a.k.a. Shroud for 7, a.k.a. SGA's Golden, a.k.a. It Hurts So Good, a.k.a. Showtime XV. Y'all already know what it is.
That's crazy.
That's his name, bro.
That's
That's his name.
crazy.
I'm about to ask for my name.
You got to change that.
Nah, bro. But what is good, my guys? Welcome back to the pod, back for another episode. How y'all boys feeling, man?
I'm alive, bro.
Bless.
Alive.
Yeah, right. Woke up another day. Can't complain, man. But yes, sir, we're gonna get right into this NFC South preview, man. This division is, as we've known for the last couple of years, been the bottom of the bottom barrel. Every year, I mean, it's almost like, damn, do the winner of the division even deserve to make it to the NFC playoffs? But that's the way it goes. Every team last year had a losing record besides the Bucks. The year before that, I think it was like whatever Tom Brady's last year was. It was absolutely dog shit that year for real too. But maybe some upside this year. You know, maybe we high on some teams from what I've heard a little bit through the past couple episodes. We might be a little bit high on some of the teams in here. So we definitely about to check them out and get it started, man. But like I said, NFC South preview. Let's get straight to it, man. First up and last place last year, fourth place, the New Orleans Saints, man. And honestly, this team is not going worse at first. I think it's fair. We all agree on that. First and foremost, man. Let's not even talk about them and their outlook as a team, you know, what their additions were, their key losses. Is there a real possibility that this team goes 0-17, bro?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tyler Shaw at quarterback, yes.
What do they have? And I feel bad because it's some some good vets on that team. I got Justin Reed over there now. You got obviously Cameron Jordan, longtime tenure Saint. New head coach Kellen Moore. They brought in Brandon Cooks, but the QB situation, this might be worse than the Browns QB situation. Like, I know the Browns, you know, it's complete dumpster fire over there, but at least they got hella options to pick from. With New Orleans, you're looking at Tyler Shaw or Spencer Rattler. That's it. Derek Carr retired about a month ago, right before the season was finna kick off. Tyrann Mathieu just retired a couple weeks ago. So what is the Saints' outlook for real? And I'm pulling up their schedule now so we can just simply go through it and see how real would a 0-17 season be, because we haven't seen a defeated season since what, the Lions back in, I forget what year that was. I want to say it was like, was it 08 or 09 or something like that?
I thought the Browns had the most recent one.
No, the Browns won a game. They didn't go defeated.
They did.
Yeah, they ended up stealing one, but yeah. Let me look
Yeah, I
that
think
up.
it's the Lions, yeah.
What year did the Lions?
I think that was like 08.
Yeah, 2008. Lions went 0-16. Bro, I already said it was 08, bro. I already knew, bro. You didn't know.
My bad, bro.
But yeah, I'm pulling up their schedule now, man. But we can run through this, dog. 0-17 for the Saints. First up, week 1, they got the Cardinals. And that's at home. That's a loss, straight up.
Loss. Yes.
It's a
You don't
loss.
think Kyler Murray
No.
maybe give no?
No.
Is it a Call of Duty double XP weekend that weekend before?
It might be.
If it ain't Call of Duty double XP, no chance. Okay. So week 2, the 49ers.
That's loss.
It's a loss.
Week 3 at Seattle.
That's the ass. That's loss.
Week 4 at the Bills.
That's a loss. That's a massacre.
Oh my gosh, they might beat them by 50.
Week 5, the Giants.
Giants actually been looking good, bro. Giants probably gonna
Yeah,
beat
that
them.
defensive line might be having
That
if
front
it's
line,
Shaw back there,
Yeah.
Blake, they might have him in hell for
that front line is scary. I ain't gonna lie.
y'all seen the clip of him like not even throwing the ball in 7-on-7,
Yeah.
like not even trying to take the shot. Week 6, they got the Patriots.
That's a
I got
loss.
Patriots.
Week 7 at the Bears.
That's a loss.
Week 8, Bucks.
That's a
Division
loss.
game at home.
Bucks got that.
That's a loss.
Week 9 at the Rams.
That's a loss.
Week 10 at the Panthers.
We competitive, but I go either way. I think that's a loss. Pence will be
It can go either
Be
way.
all right.
I'll say that it go either way.
Yeah.
Week 11 is a bye. Is that a loss too? No, I'm playing. Week 12, Falcons at home.
I got Falcons.
Yeah, that should be a loss.
Week 13 at the Dolphins.
I'm not gonna lie, they can probably beat the Dolphins.
That's in Miami.
Damn, that's major smut on Miami.
Bro,
It's in Miami.
The Dolphins been looking that bad, bro.
Yeah, I know. I think I don't know if it was serious, but I saw Chop Robinson got carted off today, but it was like a shoulder injury.
And Miami's whole secondary is hurt. Even the backups are hurt.
But shit.
That's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
I'll probably pull New Orleans for that one, bro. I'll probably that's like one that gets away. I think New Orleans get that one.
Okay, you're giving them a win there. So so Swan got them winning week 13 at Miami. You still 0-13, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay, week 14 at Tampa Bay.
That's a loss.
It's a loss.
Week 15 home versus the Panthers.
I can see that being like a win.
Can you get that one? Yeah. So I'll give them 2 right now.
Okay. Week 16, the Jets at home.
That's a loss.
It's a loss. It's both trash, but that's a loss.
Week 17, maybe this potentially the game for the number 1 pick at the Titans.
Damn. Damn.
And this is no Titans Sunday. I fuck with Cam Ward. I think he's gonna be great. I just don't know about the rest of the team down there right now.
I think just with New Orleans defense, I'll give him an edge on that one.
Okay. So then shit. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't the last game, actually. The last game, week 18 at the Falcons.
Falcons got that.
Yeah.
And Falcons, I would suspect, we'll touch on them a little bit later. Maybe they're fighting for a playoff spot to win that game. So I'm gonna give that one to the Falcons too. So what we thinking, like 2-15 at best?
2-15, 2-15, 3-14, something like that, around that range.
Yeah,
so what y'all telling me is that under 5.5 wins is a fucking lock.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
Overly lock.
All right. Man, so then what do y'all think? Because, I mean, you heard Archie Manning said Arch ain't coming out in the draft this year. So who they taking for it? QB?
They better go take.
They gonna suck again next year.
Yeah. Jokes on you, Archie. We gonna see you again next year.
If I'm them, I'll probably draft like Caleb Downs, and then next year be ass right again. You better pray to God you get that first pick, get Arch, because that would be tough. But be ass, go get Caleb Downs or somebody. Yeah.
Damn. So it's just like people kept saying, like, years ago, back like the tail end of Drew Brees' career. Remember, Saints was like they just kept pushing their cap space down the road. Like, no, we gonna sign everybody, give them deals. We all in. And everybody's like, oh, they just keep pushing back. They'll be all right. And it's like, no, it's gonna come a time where they get smacked because they're gonna be in cap hell with zero talent. Well, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. They're in cap hell with zero talent and a first-year head coach in Kellen Moore. And I kind of feel bad for Duke because, I mean, I don't think it would have been that much better. But, I mean, he took the job thinking, oh, I got Derek Carr at quarterback at least, a veteran QB. Derek Carr done got out of here, retired. Then you're like, okay, well, still got a solid defense, got vets on defense. Tyrann Mathieu like, nope, I want no parts of this shit either. And now you going into the year with a 30-some-year-old Cam Jordan, 30-some-year-old Alvin Kamara, and Tyler Shaw.
And he damn near 30.
Shit. God, please don't send a hurricane Louisiana way. Them people gonna be going through it, bro.
Oh my god, bro! You know it's the 20th anniversary too. Like I think.
Oh, it is.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it was like
I'm so
last week or something
insensitive. I'm
like
sorry, y'all, but for real though, like,
that.
hey, it's gonna be a long season for them. Long season. Last year they did finish with 5, but yeah, no, this year
It's gonna be
just to
under
keep it
5.
short and simple, man. 5.5 win. Y'all can lock in that under, man. They're not winning 5.5 over 5.5. They're not winning 6 games. They're not even winning 5. They not winning 4. They might not even win 3.
Damn.
I don't think we've had a team only win 2 games in a while now. Since they've added the 17 game, I don't remember or recall too many teams going 2-15. Maybe the Panthers a few years ago before they got Bryce. But I think most teams have been going 3-14 at the worst. But
Damn.
yeah, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real rocky. And like I said, they don't even get the bye till week 11. So first 10 weeks, they can really be staring at a brutal 0-10 before you even get a break from it all. Yeah, man, not looking good in Northern Saints fans. If you're watching, I'm truly sorry. But if you are still a Saints fan right now, and you know, been a Saints fan all your life, you're a great human being. You know, you got a lot of faith. I'm sure, man or woman, y'all are loyal people. Shout out to you because it's got to be hard cheering on this team year after year, man. But next up, they finished 3rd in the division last year, the Panthers. Now this team, I don't know, man. I'm pass it to you first, Cam, because I think you kind of high on them this year. You think there's some maybe Bryce Young hit the right stride last year, got the right momentum headed into this season, man. How you feeling about Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, I think they can. I think they can win probably close to like 9, maybe 8 more. Or 8, around 8 or 9 games this year. I think that's like a nice little jump. I feel like from what they've been dealing with the past couple of years. Like you said, at the end of the year, Bryce looked good. He had to sit behind. I think was that Andy Dalton because he started
Yeah,
off the year. Then he had sit behind Andy Dalton for a couple of games. Then he came back in and he was looking like the Bryce Young we saw at Alabama. So if he can continue that momentum into this year, which I think he can, most definitely can or whatever because he's very talented. That they should be straight. Obviously they added Ted, who at first I thought was like I wasn't that high on him. I was like I couldn't believe they took him that high. But then some training camp videos came out and I saw him in the preseason, whatever. He looks good. He looks real good. He looks like he's gonna be ready to either take over that number one receiver role or just be like a really good player for Bryce. So yeah, I mean, I think they should be all right. The defense is still kind of meh, so they're gonna have to put up points, to like be competitive, which I think they will be competitive this year, but they're gonna have to put up a lot of points, so we'll see.
well, that's fair. Yeah, the Ted McMillan, their first round draft pick out of Arizona, and it's funny because I think it was Steve Smith he's been spot on with his wide receiver predictions like throughout the years with the draft. And I don't think he was too high on Tet either. He was he kind of called him a jag, just another guy he tall, just go get the jump balls or whatever.
Yeah,
But he got some crisp routes, and I know it's just training
yeah,
camp, and we've only seen one preseason game, so you still gotta hold out, from just completely jumping on the bandwagon. Well, what I see from him, it looks like he could be very serviceable more than what a lot of people originally thought. They did bring in Hunter Renfro too out of retirement. I don't know how much they're gonna get out of him, but if it's like if they can get just a little bit of what we seen from Hunter Renfro back when he first got in the league, that's gonna be a nice, third, fourth option in the slot. They still got why am I blanking on buddy name? That they got from Minnesota a couple years ago now. The other white boy wide receiver.
Oh, Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen. I don't know why I was blanking on that, but Adam Thielen. So they should have a nice little wide receiver core for Bryce Young to throw the ball to, and then of course you still got Chuba Hubbard back in the backfield. He's a
Yeah.
very solid back, pretty good. And then, like I said, just try to protect Bryce as much as you can. Don't get him killed back there. And I think, like you said, they're over under set of season. I think they were trending in the right direction. They lean on that momentum headed back into this year. I could definitely see them clearing that. And like we said, the NFC South is always a lowly division. Maybe 9 wins get you into the playoffs in the division title again this year because it's always around that mark. Last year, Bucks got it with 10-7, but the 2 years before that, they were 9-8 getting that. So maybe the door is open for the Panthers to make a sneak, way up to the rankings. And next thing you know, Bryce Young is in a playoff game when just at the beginning of last year when he got benched again for Andy Dalton, it was like, oh, this is a bust. Like CJ Stroud, we see what he doing in Houston. Bryce Young was the wrong pick. And I would love for him to get it corrected and right the ship over there in Carolina because I think he's a good quarterback. He was just thrown in a pretty terrible situation. And they got some terrible ownership over there. So hopefully he can get things together with Canales as coach year 2, but we're gonna see. Swan, what you think about Carolina?
I'll say I can see them getting over 6.5 wins. I think the thing with them is that I don't know for sure like how much better that old line had got. I know last year was like a huge problem, trying to protect Bryce and then also trying to protect Andy Dalton. And I was like kind of watching one of the preseason games, and I think when Andy came in the drop, he kept getting sacked a couple of times. So I don't know if it improved or not. I don't know if it's just because like that's like the second string, third strings in there. But I can see him definitely getting 7 wins. Like I said, improve. I think the one thing that's probably a factor is seeing how much their secondary could be healthy. Because I know J.C. Horn has some health issues, uh, and then another thing before I get to that point we didn't mention on the receivers is besides them, I think no he left. I was about to say Deontay Johnson. He left. He went to the Rams. Never mind. But to go back to their defense, the defense probably be a huge thing because I mean, outside of J.C. Horn, I can't really name anyone who's really just like a Pro Bowl, all Pro like type of player on the defense. So they probably, like Cam said, they probably got to score a lot of points. But I think this will be a year like Bryce has a better year, honestly. Uh, I mean, he was showing like flashes of it last year, but the whole confidence thing coming on when we first started. I think now that he can finally get above the flow to where they can get like 7 wins, but I can see them being like the one team that can upset a lot of teams, especially in NFC, to where they can get some upset wins.
No, for sure. And they did try in the offseason to like add defensive pieces. It's not like too many big name like guys that they added, but they did they got Tershawn Wharton from us, pretty solid defensive tackle, but it'll be different because he, usually paired next to Chris Jones. They don't have a Chris Jones over there, but then they got nose tackle Bobby Brown, signed safety Trevon Moehrig. So they're trying to correct the ship over there. But like I said, I think it will be a year where it's like defense is kind of you just want them to be at least a little below average at the worst, like maybe 20 to 22ish range. But you want that see that offense jumping where if the offense is like top 12 offense in the league, maybe that offsets some of the bad defense and maybe they are able to outscore some opponents and control the ball a little bit more. But Chris, what about you? How you feeling about Bryce Young headed into year 3 after what we saw to end last season? Because I don't think you were kind of off the Bryce Young bandwagon. I don't even know if you were ever on it when he first got drafted, but it was looking kind of like a bust to start off with, and I don't think you really had faith in him. You still kind of feel that way, or do you see is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
I mean, honestly, I don't really follow the Carolina camp too close. I do think 6.5 wins is probably something I don't know. I was just looking at their record because I remember Bryce got benched or whatever. And I know his rookie year, he didn't play all that well. They say he only won 2 games his rookie year. And then last year, I guess he won 4 at the helm. And so, I don't know, dude. I feel like y'all all being optimistic. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I know y'all was talking about. It's a low division. You don't really have to win that many games. With that being said, I mean, if you got the Saints not winning at least a game this season, somebody has to be in the middle of all that. And it's either going to be the Falcons or the Panthers. And I don't think it's the Falcons' turn yet to be third in this division yet. So, I mean, I'd like to know what Carolina's schedule is. Damn.
Who got the thunderstorm like that?
Thunderstorm outside your door.
Yeah,
That shit sound like it right next to you.
yeah.
Yeah, you gonna think that's a sound effect?
Yeah, it's thunder out here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe
But nah,
maybe that's a sign. We're talking about the Penn.
That's a sign. Yeah, short story. I don't think they'll win 7 games. Maybe 6. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see Bryce Young at the starting position for what we would hope would be the whole season. Hopefully being protected. He did talk about how he was depressed and shit from losing his rookie year, and the second year didn't go too well. He got benched. So I do wonder where his mental's at. I think the issue with Carolina hasn't really ever been their talent. It's been more so that front office and their coaching issue. So I don't really see much change in that. So we'll see, man. I don't see them winning 7 games. I do think it's interesting though that their playoff odds are just plus 250. I think that's like a crazy bluff, and it's just fun money. Like, if you got $20, throw it on there, sure. But I don't think you'll win that hoe at all.
That's fair. That's fair. Because I was saying, to preface it, I'm like, the division is kind of a lowly division. Ain't much talent around. But I'm not gonna lie, this year, I don't know. Maybe I'm sipping too much of the Kool-Aid, man. But I think the Atlanta Falcons are about to be sneaky good. I think Michael Penix Jr. is going to be a really solid quarterback, and I think Drake London is about to have an excellent wide receiver 1 season with the quarterback who's young and still has some fire behind his arm. Last year they had the corpse of Kirk Cousins, and I know they started off the year okay and they were winning games, but it wasn't really anything Kirk Cousins was necessarily doing. And then they just fell off at the end, and they finally got Penix some burn at the end of the season. But now that he's got a full offseason under his belt, running with the ones, I think we're going to see Michael Penix really wake some people up, and you'll be like, oh, damn, what they got going on in Atlanta. Like, they might actually could make some noise in the NFC this year. Like, not too many people, I think, are necessarily counting on that. Their over-under is only set at 7.5 wins. They finished at 8-9 in the NFC South last year. So, like I said,
yeah.
That division, they're gonna be fighting and battling, but because some of the teams in there aren't too talented, you could be right there with 8-9 wins. I think this year maybe they win a couple more of those games they lost at the end last year, and they get to a 9-win mark or a 10-win mark. And I think Michael Penix is about to throw for about 3,500 yards. Now what I'm not about to do though, I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid yet on the whole Kyle Pitts thing, because he did come out and say it a week ago in some interview, we gonna get Kyle Pitts the ball this year. Y'all gonna see. I don't know about that.
This is his year, Bryce. This time it's his year.
This time it's his year. I don't know about all that, but if you are a fantasy football player, man, if he slips past in the mid first round, and obviously in today's league, PPR fantasy is very important that you have solid wide receivers. I'm telling you, I think Drake London is going to be like a 1,200, 1,300 yard guy this year, six plus touchdowns type deal. I think he's going to have one of them seasons where he could possibly mess around and end up being an all-pro in the NFC. God damn, what?
Sanders funny, bro, because he looked at the camera like, hey, be safe out there, bro.
Come on, for the come in.
I don't. Bro, Texas so weird, bro. It was just sunny and hot, bro.
Nah, facts.
You can't take black people serious for real. It's your fault. It's storming outside your shit.
how have to cope with the weather, bro?
Just go out there and stop.
It was literally just sunny, bro. I swear.
Ooh, you got
And
a
it sounds like
nice storm above
now it's
you,
pouring down
boy.
heavy outside, bro.
No, you got a nice storm above you. I just googled it.
I'm
just
finna
now.
sleep good tonight. I'll tell you that.
I don't know if it's gonna last that long though.
It said it's
It's
supposed
just
to.
it's just big. No more.
Nah, it said it's supposed to.
Oh my god,
Look,
it's
look,
huge, bro. It stretched from Katy to Spring.
yeah.
Huh?
And
You heard me.
I'm between spring and Jersey Village, bro. Where I stay at.
Oh yeah, you right in the thick
I'm
of
right
it.
in the
Like
middle
you
of
in
all
the
of it.
thick of it
Yes.
right now.
Into the
Yes.
thick of it.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Yeah, I'm sleeping good tonight. Hope my power don't go out.
That's just don't.
It's just gonna hang out there for the next 3 hours. That's crazy. It's not even moving. Like it's just
Bro, 75%, bro. It's not moving.
Sheesh. Hey. Well,
I'm glad I'm
Juan,
moving, though.
before the storm take you away, tell us what you think about the Falcons.
Man. Yeah, because this month I already know. Bro, they actually my favorite team in the division. I was saying that to my other homies about that because I was like, I could see them like week 1. I think they faced the Bucks. I said I got them winning week 1. I like this team a lot. The additions they did, I think one of the best additions they did, in my opinion, was drafting James Pierce Jr. Adding him. I know them losing Grady Jarrett and Matthew Judon was a huge blow. It's probably gonna help out, especially that edge rush going younger. So I think the defense could take a little hit. But you having Bijan, having Drake London, Michael Penix, that's gonna be a really good team offensively. And I think that this year, I know a lot of people say every year since he's been in the league that Kyle Pitts gonna break out. I'm not gonna say he's gonna break out, but I feel like he'll have a better year, like officially, like this year. I feel like they're gonna find a way to get him more involved. But I like their chances to make them playoffs actually. I think they got real good. Because I think last year they were like this close to it. And I know they had like
They were in first place. With 4 weeks ago, they had sole position of first place in the
You see what I'm
NFC
saying?
South, and then they just lost Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
Baker went on that crazy run too. But I think they can definitely give it a hump. Now that especially because this is gonna be a full first season of what we see Michael Penix do. Because I know he started like late in the season, so now we can finally see what he can do as a full-time starter. But I like their chances to make playoffs. I like what Bijan brought last year. Drake London had a breakout year last year, so I think they're gonna get better. And I think the schedule is not as. I think it's actually easier, if I'm not mistaken. So,
I could pull that up too.
yeah, let's see. I think it is.
Wow. What about you, Chris? You think is this just still like same as Panthers? Like somebody gotta be in the middle, and Tampa Bay still on top, or could you see the Falcons like making that leap? Second year with Raheem Morris as head coach. First year Michael Penix, Drake London Jr. in year 3. Like
I think it's going to depend on they probably got an easier schedule than Tampa Bay, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were to win out. It wouldn't be by like a lot of it. I mean, probably I'm interested in what the schedules are, and then I'll say my say.
Well, week 1 they get to open up with Tampa Bay at home, so that's probably going to be a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think
what time is it?
It's 1 o'clock late, the afternoon game. And we'll obviously the Bucks are next and last for this episode, but we'll touch on them. But I think, and I'll give the reason why when we talk about the Bucks, but I think Atlanta could get that game. Week 2, they're at Minnesota. So probably gonna be a tough game because O'Connell is a great coach, I think, but you're getting JJ McCarthy in his second start. So that's a positive for the defense. But also at the same time, you got Flores calling the defense for the Vikings, and he's going to be throwing some crazy blitzes Michael Penix probably never seen before.
Right.
So that could put him in hell. So I'll probably give him that L. Week 3 at Panthers. So they open up the 2 out of the first 3 games are in the division.
They need to win 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to win those. Week 4, they got the Commanders at home. Week 5, early bye week. Week 6, the Bills at home. Week 7 at the 49ers. Week 8, Miami at home. Week 9 at the Patriots. So that's kind of a little tough for. I think.
Yeah, I think they should leave out of that 500 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that 4-game stretch probably gonna tell us right there who the Falcons are for the year. Like if they can make it through that 500 or maybe even 3-1, it's a playoff team for sure.
That sucks. Their bye week is that.
Yeah, I hate an early bye week, bro. And then week 10, they're at Indianapolis, the Colts. Well, actually, shit, this one might be. Oh yeah, because this year they did even more. Now it's an overseas game. I forget how many it even is this year for real, but it's say Olympic Stadium. I don't even know where that's at, but that's overseas. Week 11, then they come back home for the Panthers. Week 12, oh, that's an easy win at the Saints. We said the Saints not winning that one. Week 13 at the Jets, MetLife. Week 14, Seattle at home. Week 15 at Tampa Bay. Right there, that's probably the game.
And it is the game, but I feel like they probably lose that game.
And it's a Thursday night game too.
Oh man, I feel like they lose that game. Not because they not as good. It's just experience the moment. I mean, bye week early, like we're tough stretches. You traveling and shit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Week 16 at the Cardinals. Week 17, LA Rams at home. Week 18, Saints.
God damn. God damn.
You got Thor outside your shit, kid.
I'm gonna wrap this up early, man.
You finna see Thor Hammer just whistle past your head, bro.
He's screaming to go black again.
Yeah, I'm finna shower and I'm finna call it a night. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it's pouring out heavy right now.
Oh
Damn.
Shit, is finna flood over there, or is it just like super thunder?
It's gotta finna flood, bro. It's a big old storm over here.
It's a huge. It's so dark out here, bro. Like it's not even. It's crazy, bro. It's so dark out here.
Oh,
I'm just looking at. Oh, I hit my pool, bro.
But Kid said, how do you think the Falcons play out? Are you buying into any of the hype, or do you think there's any optimism with Michael Penix now taking the reins at QB over Kirk Cousins, or you think much of the same from last year, 8-9, just kind of middle of the pack, or maybe you don't think Michael Penix is it at all, and Falcons finna be even worse this year?
No, I'm buying into the hype. I can see like 10 or 11 wins. They should be either the second or first seed in this division. I don't know how great the defense is going to be. Like, I know, like I'm high. I was high on James Pierce, and I like Jalen Walker, the two edges or whatever. But nah, like I was saying, I don't know how great that the defense is going to be or whatever. They got two edges. The two rookies are supposed to be that they got in the draft or whatever. But I know the offense should be good. The offense should be should be borderline. Damn, I can't talk. Borderline elite. It should be borderline elite this season. Because you pretty much got two guys playing for contracts pretty much, and Bijan and
Well, I didn't even mention Bijan too. Damn, that's one of the main pieces. That's gonna help Penix out.
Yeah, so I know both of them gonna try to go absolutely insane this year. I like Penix, so I don't know. I can definitely.
You like Penix?
I like Mike. I fuck with Mike. I fuck with Mike, man. I think they should. All right. Yeah.
Hey, Bryce, before you go, I was gonna say I wanted to know their schedule because last year ATL lost to the Saints twice. They played each other 3 times.
Nah.
Does that sound right? Why is it like this? September 29th?
No, January. They only played twice because neither of them made the playoffs, so that would have been the third matchup.
I don't know why. It says September 29th, November 10th, and January 7th.
Is that Google AI or something? Because sometimes that should be
Mm-mm.
tweaking.
It's ESPN and the New Orleans Saints website.
Well, I think the first one, I think it came down to like a game-winning field goal on New
It
Orleans.
did. Young Ho
Yeah.
Koo for December 29th, 58-yard field goal with 2 seconds left. They win 26-24. But in the second game in November, apparently they lost 20-17. And then this third game, January 7th, 20. Wait.
Maybe that's from the year before.
Okay.
It was just in the
Yeah.
same calendar year.
Yes. Okay.
I got you.
So they split last year. Okay. Shoot. I mean, that's an extra win right there, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe Tyler Shaw shocks us all and actually is semi decent.
no.
Yeah,
Hell
no.
no.
We're not even giving it a
You can't
chance.
even, that don't even sound
I
right.
can't even say that shit with a straight face.
You don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Get the fuck out of here, man. But
You would have had the best season ever.
Right? He finna go insane.
New Orleans
Nigga, Drew
fans
Brees.
watching like, oh, that made me happy, made me smile. Looking at that. Well, that's we essentially giving them 2 free wins right there. I think at the worst this year, I think they split with Tampa Bay. I think did they get swept by Tampa Bay last year? I want to say maybe.
Let me see.
I think they did.
Yeah, I want like all the divisional games be close. We know how it goes. That's divisional game. Any division is like that. But I feel like they could get over that hump this year and beat Tampa Bay.
Wait a minute. I think they beat Tampa Bay both times last year.
Whoa, wait, for real?
Well, yeah, maybe I had it
October
wrong.
3rd, 36-30. October 27th, 31-26.
So they were close. Both of them were close games. Both were 1-score games.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well,
Wow.
that makes me even more confident.
Right.
Wow. Kirk had 4
Interesting.
teddies.
Yeah, I had that way backwards. So yeah, no. Okay, well, yeah, no. I think
Yeah. That overtime game, that's when
that's when Kirk did go off, and
Yeah.
everybody was like,
Oh, he had
"I remember."
509. Yeah, he went. Yeah,
I was
Cam
like,
came out here and was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I told y'all he back. He back. Kirk Cousins is a good QB."
Yeah, that's the
Nah,
game that
he
made
went
me
crazy,
because
though.
Kadero went to PV, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, that's the game where I was like, oh, that's that nigga from
TV
PV.
legend Kadero Hodge.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins he was 23 for 29, 276, and 4 TDs.
500 yards.
Boy, they had Atlanta believing, oh,
Had him in a chain.
we was right for giving Kirk all this money. We gonna be straight.
Hey. He said, I'm good in Atlanta.
Minnesota. Damn.
It's like a whip, boy. Cracking shit over there.
That story be telling us, shut the hell up.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna wrap this up, boy.
Oh, dead.
It's so dark out here, bro.
You scared?
Nah, I ain't scared. I'm gonna sleep good, bro.
He ain't got a lie.
No, I'm dead serious.
I ain't never scared. What?
You really not supposed to shower in a storm.
I'm gonna sleep.
You said you was gonna take a shower though.
Yeah, shower in the dark.
Stink ass. You ain't in the shower.
Oh, my God.
He talking about your steak ass.
You gotta edit this.
Nigga just lying.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
the
it is
TikTok
this.
clip for this one.
No, please don't.
Oh my God. But yeah, man. So Falcons potentially making that leap from second to first this year. And last but not least, the team that's won it the last 3 years, I believe, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Now, let me say, this is why I kind of think, especially for that first game at least, why it worries me about them. I don't think they're going to have their starting tackle, Tristan Wirfs, the All-Pro. He's hurt, and he's right now on the PUP list, and they don't necessarily have a designated return, even though they say they're optimistically hoping, he's back at the beginning of the season, but it's very uncertain for game 1. So if you going into the game without your best offensive lineman already, that's going to be tough for them. And that's going to be maybe Atlanta defensive line going to be able to pressure Baker a little bit more. And as good as Baker is, Baker prone to be a little, eccentric with his arm like Brett Favre. He might give you an interception or two. So that's why I'm thinking Tampa Bay might lose that one. And it's in Atlanta. So week 1, that's what I'm giving to them. But I will also say, I love their draft pick. Their first round draft pick, Emeka Egbuka. Tampa Bay low-key might have one of the most loaded wide receiver rooms in the NFL, and it's not really getting talked about because you got Mike Evans,
Ohio?
obviously. Yeah, dude from Ohio State. If you remember a couple years ago in the Rose Bowl, he had like 3 touchdowns, like 280 some yards. Wasn't that CJ was the quarterback still then too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was
He
like,
had a
who is
crazy,
this?
had a crazy stat line at second half.
Yeah, and he was a freshman at that time.
Yeah.
And he's still cold to this day. But you got Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, and then what's the one I'm blanking on from Washington last year? That was McMillan. Like they got some.
Once Chris Godwin come back from his injury too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Chris Godwin, I'm not even expecting the Chris Godwin got because it's his second major injury in his ACL. But if he's gonna be your fourth option, that's a good ass fourth option.
Yeah.
And that's still not even counting Cade Otton at tight end. And then Bucky Irvin at running back, who's gonna probably get more of a boat. So that's what I'm like. I want to believe in Atlanta, but goddamn, Tampa Bay is loaded too.
Yeah, you still can use White as like your slot. He played very better slot than running back.
Yeah. So
you think over 9.5 at even money? That's
I think it's over, and this is where I'm like, I think both of them are gonna be possibly in the playoffs here. I think Atlanta and Tampa Bay both make it in the NFC. One's probably going 11-6, the other 10-7 this year. And that's what I'm like, even though Carolina, I think, will have a better year, like you said, Chris, like kind of the both what you said and Cam said. Like, I think they're going to be way better than what we've seen, which is good for them, given where they come from. But then, like you said, Chris, it's like, well, someone got to be in the middle of this. And while Carolina made some great strides, it ain't what Atlanta and Tampa Bay have done. We gotta call this the Storm episode.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
Because we talking about the NFC South, bro. Nobody. As soon as we start talking about the AFC South, the rain gonna stop.
Right.
I can see clearly now.
But I do like the pickup of Hassan Reddick. Maybe he'll get back to what he was in Philly a couple years ago. Re-sign Levante David, like I said, wide receiver Chris Godwin coming back from injury. So I think Tampa Bay is going to be really good. But this is now their 3rd year in a row they lost their OC. Liam Cohen, obviously now the head coach of Jacksonville. Year before that, it was Dave Canales, who's now the head coach of Carolina, and got them back on track. So new OC once again for Baker. It was an in-house hire, so he was already part of the system. So that gives you a little bit more reassurance or security there. But I just think my gut is telling me go with Atlanta this year. I think this year they make the leap to number 1. But I would not be surprised if Tampa Bay wins this division once again because, like I said, their roster is really good. And if Tristan Wirfs can come back and he's the Tristan Wirfs we know of,
I would say, he probably
it's gonna be go balls everywhere.
Because he's supposed to miss like the first 4 games, right?
Yeah. Once he back and if he healthy, shit, Mike Evans, Egbuka, and you can't guard all of them. You just can't. Yeah. And Baker gonna be slinging that motherfucker pause. So.
I mean, I'll let you go with the go balls, but talking about
you're pushing it, buddy.
You're on thin ice, pal.
You're on thin ice.
But so what you think about Tampa Bay this year?
I like them. I like them. I hate them because they always beat my team. But all jokes aside, though, that's a really good team. I agree with you when you say both him and Atlanta gonna make it. So my only issue with them is that I don't have a problem really with Todd Bowles. It's just it's kind of when it comes to like key moment, like clutch moments. It's just I have like a love hate relationship with his with him. I know like our offensive coordinator has been helping him out and stuff, but I wonder how it's gonna be this year. Because like you said, it's 3 years in a row, and but them having Chris Godwin as a wide receiver four is really good. I don't know about Hassan Reddick. Like he's, I like the signing on paper. I don't think he's gonna have any impact with them personally. It's not because of him leaving Philly, and that's not saying that. It's just like he let the money and stuff get to his head a lot, and like the play style, he ain't doing over the Jets. Obviously, that's a worse franchise than the Buccaneers. I get that, but it's just like I don't know. I don't think he just. I think because they said it was reported he have issues with the Bucks too. It was reported that as well in the offseason. So I don't know how he will fit with that team personally. If Levante David could somehow talk to him and give him a point, then okay, cool. But that's probably like one sign I'm like I'm not too sure about, to be honest. But overall, I mean, that roster loaded. They're in my opinion one of the best wide receiver cores, in NFC, if not the one of the best, really like depth wise. So, but it's them only two parts I didn't like about the team.
So say they are good and the wide receiver core is as good as we think it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Are we dark horse Baker Mayfield MVP contender? Because I mean, he had 41 touchdowns last year. He just had 16 interceptions. But say Tampa Bay is really good, and maybe they're sitting, top 3 in the NFC standings, and Baker has another year where he's throwing for 4,000 plus, another 40 touchdowns, maybe cut down on them interceptions a bit. I know. Dan Orlovsky's already trying to set it up for Joe Burrow to get it, and so we know who is Bo going to. But
if they are top 3 in NFC, and this is beating teams like Detroit, Philly, stuff like that, you have to put Baker in the argument. You have to, because the Bucs always been a team like in the middle of the pack or at bottom of the NFC as far as making the playoffs. So if they somehow get like a top 3, you have to put them in that conversation. Like especially when, again, no shade to Todd Bowles, but again, having a head coach like Todd Bowles who's not really known mainly for offense. If he does that with that roster, you have to put him in that conversation. 41 touchdowns, less interceptions. You have to. I mean, that's beating out teams that's like Detroit, for example. You have to put him in that conversation.
Yeah. And the beginning of the season might start a little rocky for them. Like I said, Week 1 at Falcons, I'm giving them an L. Week 2, they got your Texans Monday night, Kim. That's an L.
Yeah.
No doubt, bro. Hell yeah. CJ
no doubt. But nah.
Week 3, they got the Jets at home.
The Texans is on the road?
Yeah.
Nah, they at home.
Or I thought you said the Bucs is on it, but yeah, it's in Houston.
On a Monday?
Yeah, 6:00, bro.
God dang.
I know, right? They're like, that has to be a doubleheader or something.
It might be. They do be doing that the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, 6:00. So I want to go there.
Ain't nobody gonna be in the fucking stadium with Houston traffic, bro.
Exactly. I was like, 6:00.
You got to get out work at like 3 to get there on time,
bro.
Boss, I gotta go early. I'm just not feeling good today.
Are you going to the game too?
Next thing you know, you on the jumbotron Coldplay style. Week 3, they got the Jets at home, and then week 4, they got the Eagles. But they do seem to be, for whatever reason, the Eagles' kryptonite. Like, they always play well versus the Eagles. Week 5 at Seattle. Week 6, 49ers. Week 7 at the Lions. So that opening 7 weeks, it might be really tough. Like, they could definitely come out of that like 4-3, 3-4 maybe. But then it opens up. They got week 8 at the Saints. Week 9 bye. Patriots week 10 at the Bills, week 11, week 12 at the Rams, week 13 Cardinals, week 14 Saints, week 15 Falcons at home, week 16 Panthers, week 17 at the Dolphins, week 18 Panthers. So I think that back half of the season will be a little bit lighter stretch for them, and they'll be able to win a few more games. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, I mean, these odd makers be doing what they're doing. The line set at 9.5 is kind of perfect. I have them finishing. I think they're gonna be 10-7 once again. And I just have Atlanta getting 11 wins, and so they'll hold that over them to get the number 1 seed. But Tampa Bay gonna be right there at the wild card. And honestly, whoever gets them in the wild card matchup, you're probably gonna be pissed off. Because why the fuck you got home field advantage and play this whole good season, and now you got to face Tampa Bay in the wild card round with a loaded wide receiver group and Todd Bowles defense. That's not something you want to see necessarily for your first round matchup. So, what y'all think? Y'all think they finishing 10-7, or y'all got them going under the 9.5 wins?
No, I got them up. I got them going 10-7.
At least 10.
At least 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way they don't get that is if they have like a major injury to their roster. That's the only way. And I say major injury, like something have to like Mike Evans getting hurt again or something like that.
That's fair. Okay, well, so it sounds like we in kind of consensus then. Falcons first, Tampa Bay second, Carolina third, New Orleans fourth, who may potentially not even get a win at all.
Wait, y'all got the Falcons first?
I do. You got Tampa Bay first still?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I got Tampa first. Yeah.
Chris said he can't rock.
But it's probably just gonna depend on the game. It's gonna be one game, and I think it's gonna be that game at the end of the season.
Yeah, should that be the difference between the 10th and the 11th win for either of them? That's fair. Yeah, man. So that is the NFC South, brought to you by your favorite kids from the neighborhood: Bryce, Chris, Cam, Swan, and the storm outside his door. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening all the way through. If you did, it's your favorite kids from the neighborhood. Sign off, and we out. Peace. I need it.